Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
It's December and I want it to snow. So every day until the 24th, I'm going to write away on code to get snow on my computer screen in a window kind of like this. Or not just kind of like this, because these two windows are actually my snow program running. And here's the program. Right now, I'm in the process of making snowflakes into objects, and today I'm going to make them even cooler by adding methods. That means we're going to look at a lot of code, so let's expand here so we can see all of it. Objects have properties and methods. A property is like a variable inside the object, and a method is like a function inside the object. Here, where we say flake.element is equal to something, we set the property to something. And here we have a function called reset, where we give the flake as a parameter. But instead, it would be nice if we could say flake.reset, and thus make the flake reset itself and call its method rather than this function. And that is easy to do. We simply add the reset. It looks kind of like a property, but then we give the parentheses and the function code would go here. And we just copy the code directly from this reset. Cut and paste. But now the problem is that this one references a flake, some parameter. It shouldn't reference some or any flake, it should reference this snowflake. So we just replace it with this. I think I can do it here. No, there's no definition. Here's an easy trick. Let flake equals something, doesn't matter. And I can replace it with this. And then I'm just going to remove this again. So now I have a reset method on a flake that resets this flake. And then I don't need my function down here anymore. So let's try it out. See, how does it work? Oops, there was a problem. I actually used the reset function somewhere else. Down here, I can also say flake.reset like this. And that should give me exactly the same as before. Brilliant. And how about these other stuff here? Setting the y-pos and x-pos and changing the y-pos and everything. That could also be methods. So let's dive into those. So the thing is, we don't really have any functions here, but we could make some. Let's say these two lines, they kind of show the flake at a position. So they could be a show function. And these three lines, they actually do the actual moving of a flake, so they could be a move function. And thinking about it, this function being called move is kind of wrong. It does the animation, but it doesn't really move. It does everything. So I'm going to rename that to animate. That's the animation. And then I want to create a function with just these two lines. And there's an easy way to do that. In the edit, there's extract to function. And I'm going to call a global function. And it's right now it's called extracted. I'm calling it show. There. And then we can take the flake and rename that to this. And then we are going to cut all of it and put it into here. It's not a function anymore. And we never need this parameter. We can just reference it. So that's how we create a show method. Let's use it right away. Flake.show. And no parameter. And then all this would be a move. Once again, extract a function, a global function, call it move, and it should have this. And you see, it also recognizes that it should have the delta. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to copy this. I know now I don't need the function keyword anymore. And paste it in here. There are commas between methods, just like there are commas between properties. I don't need this as a parameter. And just indent it a bit. Delete this empty line. And that should be it. No, I also have to call it. Say flake.move, and now I need to remember to give delta as parameter to it. Let's see how that works. It just does. It just works. That's amazing. Let's just try and add something to our new object. Say move, change it to the y-pos. Let's just say we also change the x-pos with config.wind speed multiplied by delta. And then we just have to add the wind speed to the configuration. Say wind speed would be 50 pixels per second. Let's see how that works. It does not, because I'm not supposed to use semicolons. See, we have wind. Whoa, that was easy. Oops, there's a problem here. If it goes outside, okay, we can fix that easy. If the x-pos goes beyond the config max x, then just start back from the left and say x-pos is 0. X-pos is not defined, of course, because it's this x-pos and this x-pos. Now we have snow with wind. See how easy it was when I had this object here just to create a new property change to the move method. Just as easy as that. That's amazing what you can do with objects. We're going to do so much more. Bursting with ideas. But first I'm going to commit methods and wind. I have an idea for something crazy, but I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. See you then.
Let it snow.